Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive, your daily dose of all things AI. And you know you're getting the latest and greatest info because, well, this whole deep dive was researched and generated by AI.
That's right, completely AI powered.
So today we're going to be diving into a pretty exciting day in AI, actually. Elon Musk's XAI just dropped their newest model, Grok 3, and it looks like it's already turning some heads.
Yeah, lots of buzz.
Plus, we'll explore how AI can maybe help leaders tap into their compassionate side.
Interesting.
And look at the predicted boom in conversational AI. Ready to get into it?
I am, yeah. I think what's really capturing everyone's attention today is how fast this field is moving.
Yeah.
We've got this race for the most powerful AI, but then we're also seeing all these discussions about AI's role in, shaping how we lead and interact. It's a pretty fascinating time to be following this.
Totally agree. Okay, let's start with the big news. Grok 3.
Oh.
Elon Musk really pulled out all the stops for this launch.
Yeah.
They're taking aim at some big names in the AI world, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and they're not holding back. What were some of the features that stood out to you?
Well, the one that caught my eye immediately was the deep search capability.
Yeah.
It's not just about basic keyword searches anymore. Grok 3 is designed to understand complex questions, even like multi-layered questions, and pull relevant information from a ton of different sources. It's like having a super-powered research assistant, but, built right in.
So not just spitting out a list of websites like we're used to with Google.
Exactly.
That could be a game changer.
Yeah, for how we find information, for research, really. And then there's the fact that Grok 3 can code online games. It really highlights the model's versatility and its ability to, handle those complex creative tasks. And of course, we can't forget big brain mode. That's where things get really interesting.
Okay, yeah, break that down for me. What exactly is big brain mode?
Essentially, it's designed to ramp up Grok 3's reasoning ability. Think about it as turbocharging its capacity to, solve complicated problems and make complex decisions. During the presentation, they ran some pretty impressive benchmarks. Grok 3 was outperforming some major players, Google's Gemini, OpenAI's GPT-4o, DeepSeek's V3 in math, science, even coding.
Wow, that's a pretty bold statement.
Yeah.
But they were a bit vague about how Grok 3 stacks up against some of the other top reasoning models. Like they didn't mention OpenAI's O3 Mini or DeepSeek's R1. Do we know how it compares to those?
It's true they didn't go into detail on those specific comparisons, but the performance they did showcase is still significant.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider that Grok 3 is running on, get this, 10 times the computing power of its predecessor, Grok 2.
10 times.
10 times, thanks to that massive new data center XAI built in Tennessee.
They had to build an entirely new data center for this. That shows some serious commitment.
It really does. It highlights the scale of resources being poured into AI development these days. And let's not forget, this is all happening in a very, incredibly competitive landscape. Major tech companies are racing to build bigger, more powerful AI models, and they're investing heavily in the infrastructure needed to support them.
It almost feels like an arms race, doesn't it?
I know, right?
Everyone's trying to one-up each other with the next big AI breakthrough.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of that. And I think Musk's history with OpenAI adds another layer to this competition. Remember, he tried to acquire OpenAI for a cool $97 billion.
Wait, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal at the time. It didn't work out, obviously. And since then, Musk has been pretty vocal in his criticism of OpenAI, especially their move away from their nonprofit structure and their reluctance to open source their technology.
Which is interesting because XAI plans to do just that. Open source Grok 2's code once Grok 3 is more established. It's almost like a direct challenge to OpenAI's approach.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I mean, open sourcing can really accelerate innovation, but it also raises some important questions about, control and potential misuse. We'll have to see how they navigate those challenges.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. So how can people actually get their hands on Grok 3? Is it available yet?
They're rolling it out through a subscription-based model. So right now it's available to X's Premium Plus subscribers. Those are the folks paying $40 a month. But they're also making it accessible through a standalone Grok app and website.
Makes sense. A subscription model, I guess, considering the cost of developing and maintaining something as powerful as Grok 3.
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Does this mean that only people who can afford these high-priced subscriptions will have access to the most advanced AI tools? Could this end up widening the gap between those who have access to these technologies and those who don't?
That's a really important point. access and equity are crucial considerations as these technologies become more and more powerful.
Absolutely. Okay, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about that Harvard Business Review article on compassionate leadership. This one really caught my attention. The idea that AI could actually help leaders be more compassionate is, I don't know, pretty fascinating.
It is, isn't it? What I found particularly intriguing was the concept of AI acting as a sort of like empathy assistant.
Okay.
Imagine a leader being able to use AI to gain a deeper understanding of their employees' emotional states, their needs, their concerns.
So not just relying on gut feeling or observation,
Right.
but actually having data-driven insights into their team's well-being. That could be incredibly valuable.
Exactly. And the article highlighted some specific examples of how this could work in practice. For example, AI could help leaders tailor their communication style to better resonate with different personalities within their team.
Oh, interesting.
Some people might respond better to a more, direct approach, while others might need a more supportive style. AI could help leaders identify those nuances. That makes sense. And it could also help prevent misunderstandings or conflicts that arise from miscommunication.
Right. And then there's the potential for AI to analyze sentiment in team communications. Let's say there's a growing sense of negativity or frustration within a team that the leader isn't picking up on. AI could flag that pattern and help the leader address the underlying issues, but, more proactively and with greater empathy.
So it's like having an early warning system for potential problems.
Yeah.
But one that's focused on emotional well-being rather than just performance metrics. I really like that idea. But the article is also careful to point out that AI can't actually replace genuine human compassion, right?
Right.
It's more about using AI as a tool to enhance and support the leader's own capacity for empathy.
Exactly. True compassion comes from within, and AI can't replicate that. But it can be a powerful ally in helping leaders, develop and express their compassionate side more effectively. Well, that's a very reassuring thought.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing human connection, but about using AI to strengthen it.
Yeah. And speaking of AI's expanding role, there was also that intriguing prediction from Juniper Research about conversational AI.
Oh, yeah.
Did you catch that one?
They're predicting conversational AI will be generating $57 billion in revenue by 2027. That's a massive jump. What's driving that kind of growth?
I think it reflects the increasing integration of conversational AI into our daily lives, especially in customer service. Think about all the chatbots and virtual assistants we interact with on a daily basis. As natural language processing technology continues to advance, these AI systems are becoming more sophisticated and capable of handling increasingly complex conversations.
It makes you wonder about the future of jobs in customer service, though, doesn't it? If AI can handle more and more of those interactions, what does that mean for human employment in those sectors?
Sure.
It's both exciting and a little bit concerning at the same time.
You've hit on a really crucial point there. The rise of AI is going to have a significant impact on the job market, and it's essential that we start thinking now about how we prepare for those changes.
Absolutely. We need to be having these conversations about the potential implications of AI for the workforce and start thinking about how we can adapt and evolve.
I agree. And this brings us to that MIT Sloan study on human AI collaboration. They had a pretty surprising finding. It turned out that human AI teams often underperformed compared to the best of humans or AI working alone.
That's unexpected.
Yeah.
I would have thought combining human intelligence with AI capabilities would lead to, better outcomes, not worse. What's the reason behind that?
It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? But the study points to several possible explanations. One is communication. Humans and AI systems often speak different languages, making it challenging to effectively share information and collaborate seamlessly. There's also the issue of trust. Humans may be hesitant to fully trust the decisions or recommendations made by AI, especially when it comes to high-stakes situations.
It also seems like we're still figuring out the best ways to divide tasks and responsibilities between humans and AI. When should the human be in control, and when should the AI take the lead?
That's a critical question, and it's likely to vary depending on the specific task, context, and the capabilities of both the human and the AI involved. It's not a one-size-fits-all scenario.
Maybe it's helpful to think about it in terms of complementary strengths. Humans excel at creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and adapting to unforeseen circumstances. AI, on the other hand, is great at analyzing vast amounts of data, identifying patterns and performing repetitive tasks, but very quickly and accurately. The challenge lies in finding the right balance and integrating those strengths in a way that creates true synergy.
That's a great way to frame it. The study emphasized the distinction between augmentation, where AI is used to enhance human performance, and synergy, where the combined effort results in something greater than either could achieve alone. And it seems like achieving that synergy is the real key to unlocking the full potential of human-AI collaboration.
It's almost like assembling a dream team for a complex project. You wouldn't just put a bunch of random people together and expect them to work seamlessly. You'd carefully select individuals with complementary skills and experience, and then focus on building trust and communication within the team. Maybe we need to approach human-AI collaboration with a similar mindset.
That's a great analogy. Building effective human-AI teams requires a similar approach. We need to be thoughtful about how we integrate AI into our work processes, how we communicate with AI systems, and how we foster trust and understanding between humans and AI. And that's going to require a shift in thinking for many organizations and individuals.
It sounds like there's a lot of work to be done in this area, but the potential rewards are significant. If we can crack the code on human-AI collaboration, we could unlock incredible levels of innovation and efficiency across a wide range of fields.
Absolutely. And as AI continues to evolve at such a rapid pace, it's crucial that we keep exploring these questions and challenges. We need to be proactive, not reactive, in shaping the future of human-AI interaction.
So after all of these conversations and breaking down these complex topics, what stands out to you as the most significant takeaway?
For me, it's the reminder that AI is not just this abstract technological advancement. It's something deeply connected to who we are as humans. AI reflects our ingenuity, our desire to push boundaries, and yes, even our anxieties about the future.
That's a really powerful insight. We're not just creating AI. We're also using it as a tool to understand ourselves, our values, and our place in the world.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to continue exploring these topics, to engage in open and honest conversations, and to approach the development of AI with both excitement and a healthy dose of critical thinking.
We've definitely covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've looked at the launch of Grok 3, the potential of AI for compassionate leadership, the booming world of conversational AI, and the complexities of human-AI collaboration. It's a lot to take in, but I think it highlights just how fast this field is moving and how many different aspects of our lives AI is poised to touch.
It's true. AI is already transforming the way we work, communicate, and interact with the world around us. And the next few years are going to bring even more dramatic changes.
So what does this mean for our listeners? What are the key takeaways they should be thinking about as they navigate this rapidly evolving landscape?
I think the biggest takeaway is that the future of AI is not predetermined. It's something we are actively shaping through the choices we make today. So stay informed, ask questions, and don't be afraid to engage in the conversation.
Well said. And on that note, we're going to take a short break. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with part 2 of our AI Daily Deep Dive.
Welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive. Before the break, we were just discussing the potential impact of Grok 3, and some of those broader trends we see in AI, like using AI for more compassionate leadership. And, and the complexities of, getting humans and AI to work together, really work together.
And honestly, it feels like every day there's a new development, a new headline in the AI world.
I know.
It can be hard to keep up, but that's why we're here.
That's right.
So let's dig a little deeper into some of these. For example, we talked about Grok 3's deep search feature.
Yeah.
But what could that actually look like, in practice?
Imagine you're working on a research project, right? Instead of just plugging keywords into a search engine and wading through pages and pages of results, you could actually just ask Grok 3 a question.
Yeah.
A complex question, a multi-layered question.
Okay.
And it wouldn't just give you links, it would synthesize information from a ton of different sources, giving you a really comprehensive, well-organized answer.
Okay, that would be a game changer.
No.
Especially for, anyone who spends a lot of time doing research, students, academics, journalists. I mean, they could save so much time and energy.
Exactly. And think about the potential for fields like law or medicine, where, having access to that accurate, up-to-date information is so critical. Grok 3 could revolutionize how professionals in those fields access and utilize information.
It's exciting to think about those possibilities. And we also touched on Grok 3's ability to, to code online games, which is pretty mind-blowing in itself.
Oh, yeah.
But could this lead to, AI actually designing and developing entire video games?
It's definitely within the realm of possibility. We already see AI being used in game development, for things like generating levels or creating non-player characters. But as AI models become even more advanced and creative, it's not hard to imagine them taking on like even bigger roles, maybe even collaborating with human developers or, even working independently.
Wow. AI game designers.
Yeah,
That opens up, a whole other set of questions and possibilities.
I know.
Would AI-generated games feel different from human-created games? Would they be more innovative or just more efficient to produce? I guess we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out.
It's definitely an area to watch closely, and it raises some interesting questions about the creative process itself. If AI can create art, music, and now even video games, what does that mean for human creativity? Does it diminish it, or does it open up like new avenues for collaboration and expression?
Those are big questions. I don't think there are any easy answers. It feels like we're just starting to scratch the surface of what AI can do, and the implications for human creativity are still unfolding. But let's switch gears again and go back to that Harvard Business Review article about AI-powered leadership.
Oh, okay.
We talk about AI as an empathy assistant, but how could that work in a real-world workplace?
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine a manager who's using an AI tool to analyze the sentiment of their team's communications, emails, chat messages, that kind of thing. The AI might detect a pattern of negativity or stress that the manager hadn't consciously noticed, prompting them to address those underlying issues.
So it's not about replacing the manager's intuition or observation
Yeah.
skills, but rather it's about providing them with additional data points and insights to help them be more, more aware and proactive.
Exactly. It's about giving leaders more tools to really understand the emotional dynamics of their team.
Yeah.
The AI could also help the manager tailor their communication style to different team members.
Oh, interesting.
For instance, some people might respond better to a more, direct, assertive style, while others might need a more supportive, empathetic approach. AI could analyze those individual preferences and suggest the most effective way to communicate with each person.
It sounds like a personalized coaching system, but for leadership and communication skills.
Yeah, sort of.
And if it helps to avoid, misunderstandings or conflicts, that could be incredibly valuable
Yeah.
for team dynamics and productivity. I also remember the article mentioned the possibility of these AI-powered coaching platforms to help leaders develop their emotional intelligence. What could that look like?
Think of it like a flight simulator, but for leadership skills.
Okay.
The AI could present the leader with, realistic scenarios like a difficult performance review or a conflict between two team members. The leader would then have to navigate that situation, and the AI would provide feedback on their responses, helping them learn how to handle those situations with, more empathy and skill.
That's a really interesting concept. It could be especially helpful, for new leaders or those who might be struggling with specific aspects of emotional intelligence. And it's a safe space to practice and learn without those, real-world consequences. But again, I think it's important to emphasize that even with all these AI tools and platforms, the ultimate responsibility for compassionate leadership still rests with the human leader.
Absolutely. AI can augment and support, but it can't replace genuine human connection and empathy. It's a tool, not a substitute.
Okay, so we've talked about AI enhancing leadership, but what about human AI collaboration more broadly? We discussed that MIT Sloan study earlier, and I'm still a bit puzzled by that, finding that, human AI teams often underperform.
Yeah.
It seems like combining human ingenuity with AI's capabilities should be a recipe for success. Why isn't that always the case?
Well, one key factor they highlighted was communication. Humans and AI systems, they don't always speak the same language. We think and process information differently, so it can be difficult to establish those, clear and effective communication channels. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone who speaks a different language. You might be able to get the gist of what they're saying, but there's a lot of room for misinterpretation and missed nuances.
That makes sense. And if you don't have that clear communication, you can't build trust. And trust seems crucial for any successful collaboration, especially when you're dealing with, complex tasks and potentially high-stakes decisions.
Exactly. Trust is essential, but it's not always easy to establish between humans and AI. Humans may have a natural skepticism or even fear of AI, especially in situations where they feel like their jobs or expertise are being challenged.
It's almost like we're still figuring out how to share the stage with AI. We're used to being the ones in control, calling the shots. But now we're being asked to collaborate with something that can process information faster and more accurately than we can. That can be a difficult adjustment, both intellectually and emotionally.
I think that's a really insightful observation. It is a shift in mindset, and I think, many of us are still grappling with it. We need to move away from seeing AI as a threat and start thinking about it as a partner, a collaborator.
But how do we get there? How do we create that shift in mindset and foster, genuine collaboration between humans and AI?
Well, the MIT Slum study pointed to a few key areas. One is focusing on those complementary strengths.
Right.
Humans excel at things like creativity, critical thinking, empathy, and adaptability. AI, on the other hand, is great at, analyzing data, identifying patterns, and performing tasks really quickly and with a high degree of accuracy. So the key is to design collaborative processes that leverage those strengths.
So it's not about pitting humans against AI,
No.
but about finding the right balance and integration.
Yeah, precisely. The study emphasized the distinction between augmentation, where AI is used to enhance human capabilities, and synergy, where the combined effort results in something truly greater than either could achieve alone.
Okay, so it's like a well-coordinated dance team. Each dancer has their own strengths and style,
Yeah.
but when they work together in harmony, they create something beautiful and captivating.
Yeah.
It's not about, one dancer outshining the other. It's about the synergy they create together.
I love that analogy. That's a perfect way to describe the ideal outcome of human AI collaboration. It's not about competition, but about finding that, harmonious balance where the strengths of each partner are amplified, leading to something truly remarkable.
It sounds like we're still in the early stages of learning this new dance, though.
Yeah.
There are going to be missteps and fumbles along the way, but the potential rewards are so significant that it's worth continuing to explore and experiment.
Absolutely. And as we move forward, I think it's crucial to approach, human AI collaboration with a sense of curiosity, open-mindedness, and a willingness to learn and adapt. This is new territory for all of us, and the path forward will require flexibility and a constant desire to improve.
Well, I don't know about you, but my brain is definitely full after all of that.
I know, right?
We've unpacked a lot today. We talked about the potential of Grok 3, the challenges and possibilities of human AI collaboration, the ethical considerations of AI-powered leadership. What stands out to you as the most significant insight from all of this?
For me, it's the recognition that AI is not just this technological development, but a mirror reflecting our own humanity. It reflects our ingenuity, our aspirations, and even our anxieties about the future.
That's such a profound point. We're not just building machines, we're shaping a future.
Mm-hmm.
And that future is deeply intertwined with our own values, our choices, and our actions.
Exactly. And with that in mind, I think it's crucial to approach the development and integration of AI with a sense of responsibility, thoughtfulness, and a deep commitment to ensuring that these powerful technologies are used for good.
Well said. And on that note, we're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the final part of our AI Daily Deep Dive. Welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive. As we've been talking about all these developments in AI, from Grok 3 to compassionate leadership, I can't help but think about something you said earlier, about how AI is like a mirror reflecting our own humanity back at us.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I mean, when you look at the features being prioritized in AI development, things like efficiency, problem solving, accuracy, those are all reflections of human desires and goals. Our drive to optimize, to find solutions, to kind of push those boundaries of what's possible.
It's almost like we're encoding our own values and priorities into these AI systems. And even the anxieties we have about AI, things like job displacement or misuse, those also reflect something about our values and concerns. It's like we're grappling with the potential consequences of our own creations.
But the self-reflection is so important,
Yeah.
As we move forward with AI, we can't just be asking, what can AI do? We need to also be asking, what do we want AI to do? And how can we ensure that AI is used ethically and responsibly?
It's like we're holding up this mirror, this incredibly powerful tool, and using it to examine ourselves, our values, our place in the world. That can be a really, thought-provoking, sometimes even uncomfortable process.
It can be, yeah. But I think it's a necessary process because ultimately the future of AI isn't preordained, right? It's something we're actively shaping right now through the choices we make, the questions we ask, and the actions we take.
So what are some practical steps we can take to ensure that AI develops in a way that aligns with our values and benefits humanity as a whole? Where do we even begin?
That's the big question, isn't it? But I think there are a few key areas we need to focus on. First and foremost, education. We need to equip people with the knowledge and the critical thinking skills to understand AI, to evaluate its potential benefits and risks, and to participate in shaping its development. And this isn't just about technical skills. It's about fostering, AI literacy across society.
I completely agree. AI is becoming so integrated into our lives that, you know, everyone needs at least a basic understanding of how it works
Yeah.
and what the implications are. It's no longer something that only computer scientists and engineers need to worry about.
Exactly. And, beyond education, we need to create spaces for these open and transparent dialogues about AI, bringing together, diverse voices and perspectives. We need ethicists, social scientists, policymakers, and everyday citizens at the table, ensuring that, AI development is guided by a wide range of values and considerations. It can't just be left to tech companies to make these decisions in a vacuum.
It's about having a truly inclusive conversation, recognizing that AI will impact, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a say in shaping its future.
Absolutely. And finally, we need to be proactive in developing those ethical guidelines and regulations for AI development and use. We need to address issues like bias in algorithms, transparency in decision making, accountability when things go wrong, and the potential impact of AI on jobs and the economy.
It's about striking that balance, isn't it? Fostering innovation while also safeguarding against potential harms. It's not an easy task, but it's a crucial one.
It is. It certainly is. And it's an ongoing process. The field of AI is constantly evolving, and our understanding of its implications is evolving right alongside it. We need to be adaptable, willing to learn and adjust our course as we go. There's no set playbook for this. We're all kind of navigating this new terrain together.
That's a great point. There's no roadmap, no guaranteed right answer, but by working together, having these conversations and keeping our values, front and center, I believe we can create a future where AI enhances human potential and contributes to, a better world for everyone.
I couldn't agree more. And on that note of hope and possibility, we've come to the end of our deep dive for today.
We've explored some fascinating and complex topics, from the launch of Grok 3 and its potential impact to the evolving dynamics of human-AI collaboration and the critical importance of compassionate leadership in this new era.
It's a lot to think about, but these are conversations that we need to be having. The future of AI is being shaped right now, and it's up to all of us to engage with these issues and contribute to a positive and ethical development of these powerful technologies.
Thank you for joining us on AI Daily Deep Dive. We hope you found this exploration, insightful and thought-provoking.
And we'll be back tomorrow with another deep dive into the ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence.